then, next slide. So then, now, to tell you how magnificent a time we live in, I'm going to tell you, this is Star Trek. Okay, I didn't make it to the moon, but I'm doing Star Trek. So you saw the cavity, right? There's a shape in the protein. So anyway, what we can do now, they have computer programs called docking programs, like you're going to dock a boat. They can take the shape of that cavity and actually put it into the computer. So it sits in the computer and you can rotate around. It's really cool. And then they also have these what they call databases or libraries of molecules. And they come from trees and soil and mushrooms and dandruff or whatever it is. 6.5 million of them. And what we could do is hold the shape of that cavity and actually take each of the shapes of those little molecules and go, does it fit? Does it fit? 6.5 million. Think about that. That's a lot of computer. And we found 53 of them that could. And now I'm going to tell you the next part is this. Okay, so what we did here is now we took 53 compounds and we stuck them either in malignant breast cells, which is the green, or non-malignant breast cells, which are the blue. And you're looking at percent viability now. You're looking at those that are surviving. Okay? Doing this assay, or this test, all right, doing this, we tested all 53 compounds. Some of them killed everything. Some didn't do anything. But 5 of them could do this. 5 of those compounds preferentially killed the cancer cells and left the normal cells alone. I know it's a far away. I know it's a long way from a dish of cells to hopefully a human. But we've just started the animal testing. And I'm working with a group in California for actually refining the chemistry on it. And if I could have the next slide. So this is actually the last slide. This is our future. This is Linda, Alice, down the rabbit hole. But there are a couple hundred other people hopping down the hole. And everybody's looking for different signatures and different. So we're going to get what we're doing is we're making smart compounds that know their target as opposed to the generalized poisons that we have been using. So where are we in cancer? Better biomarkers. Like I said, you go to the doctor and the doctor says, you know, something's going on in your pancreas. Because you know, the way to cure cancer, one of the ways is to find it sooner. And all the other things you said too. No smoking and all that other stuff. And it's true. Because if anybody's going to give you a smoking lecture, I could give it to you. Okay. Better biomarkers. Better therapeutic targets, which I hope I showed you. We're not even on launch pad yet then. And the last thing I want to talk about is personalized medicine. I see, and I'm not the only person, but I see, when a person has cancer, it used to be, and maybe some of the bias still for how we treat cancer is kind of like, the cancer! The cancer is by itself. It's just this entity sitting, this dark thing sitting over there in the corner by itself. But actually, cancer is a dance between the tumor and the person. It's actually a dance of their biology. Remember, your body's trying to fight it too. And so everyone's just a little bit different. Your molecular makeup is different. And I see, and I don't think it's that far away, I think in 10 years' time, we're going to be able to actually roll out and say, look at your genome. It means that this class of compounds is going to work way better in you than in you. I can't tell you what we are standing on the threshold of. We're standing on one of the most amazingly beautiful times, and you're going to witness it in your time. As I said before, I'm tired of cancer taking the bite out of us. I lost my dad. It's time we bite back. And we are. So if you got little people in your life, and I know you turn on the TV and you got all this doom and gloom. Life is, it's over. Though I would dare say my grandparents would say that, no, I've been through worse, right? It's time we all stand up. Use our heads. Tell the young ones in our lives that we love them and that they can be anything. And that you still here can be anything. That's the bottom line. So, great times are coming. If I could have that next slide. See, I'm just a preacher. I walk around talking about everything that everybody else does. This is all the different groups that are helping me. Next slide. And that's my honey. That's my Bobby. And doesn't he look like Mitch Daniels? We have been in restaurants, and people come up and thank him for the things he's done with taxes. I said, if he runs for president, I want you to get security. That's my Bob. And the next slide. Okay, now this is, I got to thank Vera Bradley for this, because, breast cancer was a concept. I was a lab person. I was doing cancer research. But through them, I got to meet people who were sick and people who lost someone. And it meant that I got a face. And so my life has become more than like Linda does research in the lab. It's that I do it for the mom who's 38, who had 3 children, fought breast cancer for 5 years and lost her battle. And so I'm going to ask you to participate in something. And that's why I have all of us walking up. And this is supposed to be the Vera Bradley, the ribbons going up for their classic, Climbing the Mountain. So if you all would read this with me, because I want you to walk out of here going, I'm going to kick cancer's butt and everybody else's, anything else. I am way stronger than anybody would ever think. So if you would, what cancer cannot do? Read with me, because I'm going to cry. Cancer is so limited. It cannot cripple love. It cannot shatter hope. It cannot corrode faith. It cannot destroy peace. It cannot kill friendship. It cannot suppress memories.
It cannot silence courage. It cannot invade the soul.
It cannot steal eternal life.
It cannot conquer the spirit.
You go, girls and boys.